Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sholihah Annafisah, and today I want to explain about chapter 4, a word and its forms, inflection. And before that, we have to know what is inflection. Inflection is a process of word formation by adding suffixes without changing the class of word. It only depends on grammar matter. Words and grammar, lexemes, word forms, and grammatical words. A lexeme is the basic unit of meaning in the lexicon or vocabulary of a specific language or culture, and the root of a word. For example, this pianist performs in the local hall every week. Mary told us that this pianist performs in the local every week. The performance last week was particularly impressive. These words contain a suffix. Performs with suffix s, performed with suffix at, and performance with suffix ant. However, the suffix s and at are dependent on the grammatical context, but the suffix ant is not. Performs and performed are verb, while performance is a noun, and the lexeme for this word is perform. Regular and irregular inflection. Regular is usually governed by consistent and predictable rules. Example, regular nouns by adding the suffix s or es. Boy for singular and boys for plural. Pen and pens. Adjective, large, larger, and largest. Big, bigger, and biggest. Regular verbs by adding the suffix at or d. Plate and plate. Bake, baked, and bake. Doesn't seem to follow any rules or conventions. Plural nouns, for example, food for singular and feet plural, and mouse for singular, mice for plural. Regular adjectives, for example, bad, worse, worse, good, better, best. And then irregular verbs, for example, go, went, gone, see, saw, seen. Forms of nouns. Countable nouns in English have two word forms, a singular and a plural. For example, book, singular, and books, plural. I saw a cat in the garden, singular, and I saw some cats in the garden, for plural. There are also some countable nouns that express their plural with no suffix at all. For example, cheat and man. Also, some whose plurals display not even a vowel change. Example, sheep, fish, and a deer was visible through the trees. This sentence is singular because it is accompanied by indefinite article a. Two deer were visible through the trees is plural because the numeral two accompanies only plural nouns. Form of be is the plural were. Forms of pronouns and determiners. There are several types of determiners and pronouns, and it can be seen from the following tables. Forms of pronouns and determiners is depending on the subject or object or its positions in the sentence. For example, he loves her and she loves him. Forms of verbs. English, a verb lexeme has at most 5 distinct forms, as illustrated here with word give. For third person singular present tense, Mary gives a lecture every year. Past tense, Mary gave a lecture last week. For progressive participle, Mary is giving a lecture today. Perfect or passive participle, Mary has given a lecture today, or the lecture is always given by Mary. Basic form, it used everywhere else. Mary wants to give a lecture. Most verbs have only 4 forms because the past tense and the perfect or passive participle forms are the same. Example, play. Play for third person singular present tense, playing for progressive participle, and then played at for past tense or passive participle forms. And the last is forms of adjectives. Many English adjectives exhibit 3 forms. For example, big, bigger, and biggest. Grass is green. The grass is greener now than in winter. The grass is greenest in early summer. It depends on the degree of comparisons. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.